Welcome to the Morocco Gaming Expo organized by the Ministry of Youth, Culture and Communication in Rabat. This major event, which has established itself as the largest gathering of the video game industry in Africa, welcomes this year an exceptional guest of honor, Erin Roberts, the Chief Development Officer at Cloud Imperium Game, a veteran developer with more than 35 years of experience, who left an indelible mark on video game history by working on legendary franchises. Hello, sir. Thank you for being with us. The Morocco Gaming Expo shines a spotlight on the video game industry in Africa. What potential do you see in emerging studios across the kingdom and also across the African continent?
I've actually been really impressed. This is my first time here, and I've been really impressed with everything that's going on. I've walked around to a lot of different booths. I've seen a lot of different games that people are building, and there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of creativity, and there's actually a lot of the people here have actually gone abroad and learned the trade and have come back to Morocco to actually start building companies. I met 3 or 4 people who actually have done exactly that, which is really great because they've got the experience, they brought it back here. So I see actually a lot of promise. They've been through some of that, working on the larger projects, they've brought it back, but they're trying to make smaller niche projects, but with the sort of like the level of, sort of quality and dynamism that you need in the industry.
In this sector, do you think that Morocco could be the bridge between Europe and Africa?
I mean, absolutely. There's what, maybe how many miles between Europe and
just 13 kilometers.
Exactly. That's so. I actually think that there's a lot of investment that come out of Europe. Morocco has huge connections historically with Europe, and I think there's a lot of stuff that go there. I think a lot of, I would like to see more companies from Europe and around the world come to Morocco, see the talent, see what's going on here, and then actually, see the stuff that can be done. Absolutely, because we've been doing it in the old way for a long, long time, and this is basically, this day and age is the whole world. We're connected by the internet. We make stuff anywhere, we can see stuff anywhere.
The year 2026 is marked by major developments such as generative artificial intelligence. How are these technologies concretely transforming production at Cloud Imperium Games?
In terms of other changes in Cloud Imperium, so we've always used AI in a lot of the logic and stuff in the game and so forth. We use it. AI typically we use for our tools to make the processes faster. We don't actually use AI for any sort of work that's inside the game, because we wouldn't use AI to make artwork and so forth. But what we do use is we use it to make the whole project faster and make it easier for the different programmers, so different tools, so stuff like that. I think AI is going to be a massive deal. I do think, though, it's maybe slightly ahead of itself because the costs involved with AI don't really justify right now what you get from it, because a lot of people got into AI. There's this huge cost basis, and now I think people start to realize that the actual costs of basically using the AI is very, it's like I can, in some cases, hire extra people than use, some of the AI calculations. But it's a really good tool. But I think there's a little ways to go before it's really mainstream.
You have directed vastly different projects, from family-friendly Lego games to complex space simulations. How do you adapt your development approach to such different audiences?
A lot of it is, a lot of games I play are different to the games I make. So sometimes when I change around, it's because I've played a lot of those type of games. But a lot of it is basically, what we always try and do is try and make a story which is really immersive, something that people can believe in. And so we try and we've always pushed to make, at the time of the technology, make something which is a story, which is immersive, which can make all these, which basically drives, people to want to play the game. And so it's all about quality, it's about the vision, it's about not settling for, okay, that's enough. So one thing, people have always had a thing about what we do is we take our time. We've been doing it a while, but it's because we want to get it right. So a lot of it is just basically driving for that vision, and then you basically look at whatever genre it is, whether it's FPS, whether it's space combat, whether it's other things I've done. It's always about the quality. Is it fun? Do people enjoy it? Basically, those are the questions that always come up.
The industry has experienced also recent waves of layoffs. How do you perceive the future of employment in the sector, and what skills will be most sought after tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, when it started happening about 3 years ago, I actually thought it would last about a year. I've been through this twice before in the past. I've been doing this too long. But and usually about a year, there's a correction. This time it does feel like a much larger correction, and it's still ongoing where a lot of companies are going on. I think what's happened in the industry is, the problem is games now cost, the big publishers need big successful games. They cost a huge amount of money. So unless they know that game's going to make a huge amount of money, then they'll kill it. Now, even if that game would make some money or would do well, it'd be a good game, they won't take the risk. And so that's kind of the problem right now in the industry is unless it's FIFA or it's one of the big franchises, then they just say, okay, we're not going to do this. And if you come up with a new idea, then they won't take the risk on a new idea. But if there's no new ideas, then where's the industry going to go?
Yeah.
You can't just keep on reacting and stuff. So that's my biggest thing about that. In terms of employment, and then of course, then the publishers, when they decide to kill something, they're killing off swathes of people, lots of people. In terms of skill sets, I always say the same thing. For me, it's just really, as an individual, what's your portfolio, what do you do? If you're an artist, show your work. I don't care if someone's gone to university. That doesn't bother me. What I care about is what they show. If someone comes for an interview, how good's their artwork? What's their technical skill like? We give tests out. That means more to us than anything. It's just really a skill level. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some great universities and you get good skills. You get there. But for me, it's about what the person does, what they show, and how passionate they are about what they're doing.
International partnerships are at the heart of the discussion at this third edition of the Morocco Gaming Expo. How can major global studios better collaborate with local talents in Africa, in your opinion?
I think there needs to be, I would love to see some of the larger studios come out to a place like this and walk around like I have and just meet people and see people and basically get an idea of all the cool stuff that's going on. Because I actually believe that not only could there be some cross, like it'd be great to bring some people over here to do some stuff in Europe and have some people from over here, but I think there's definitely great chance for collaboration. But also on top of that, it's like just seeing kind of stuff and having some investment. For me, it's like you've got an opportunity to go and invest in something which is new. There's a lot of passion, and also, to be fair, you don't have these huge sort of set costs that unfortunately we have on, with Europe and the US and that kind of stuff as well right now. So I mean, personally, if I was, some huge publisher, I would be going around and finding 3 or 4, 5 of these cool things that people want to do, and I'd be saying, okay, well, here, I'll give you some seed money. Here, how do and do that kind of stuff. Because it's nothing compared to the budgets and the other stuff, but actually, if just one of them pays off, that's incredible.
Last question. After working on so many iconic franchises, what continues to inspire you and motivate you every morning in the creation of video gaming?
So I like. This will sound bad, but I like a bit of chaos. So I enjoy coming in the morning, knowing there's too much to do and a lot of things to organise. And if I go in and I go to play, I'll tell you a funny story. And this is the reason I left my last place. Was I was driving into work one day, and I was driving in. I thought to myself, I hope something goes wrong today because I really want to do something. And as soon as I thought that, I thought, I got to get out.
Everything was fine.
Yeah. It's like it was working. It's all fine and stuff. And I just like, you know what? I don't need that. I want to be challenged. And so I love to be challenged. I love to do stuff. I love working with different teams, and I love just pushing it. And I also really love the fact that because the way we deliver to our community, we see the results every month. We put new stuff out. We get feedback. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, but we can look at that, that kind of, we can make different
Many things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a big pleasure, Erin Robus, the Chief Development Officer at Cloud Imperium Game. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, really. Let's go.